setting up. And let me make sure I've got everything going over here. Record a clock. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. And starting soon. Let me hop on this.
Thank you, everybody, for bearing with us on this.
Yeah, yeah, okay, we are live. Yeah, thank you. All right, cool. Yes, there is some technical stuff involved here, so thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm actually at a hospital in the conference room over here. Nothing serious. Cool. Got the mother. She's getting a knee replacement right now, or actually this morning, and she's out and she's just trying to recover. And they're trying to get her. Well, they call it what, PACU, post anesthesia care unit. So she's in PACU, and yeah, she's hopefully she um, revives, and she's she likes her one knee, and she'll get her other knee done very, very soon. So, but yeah, I mean, it's amazing, just like technology with new knee replacements and everything else, how far they've come. I mean, they send people home the same day. It's crazy. So, all right, guys. Well,
You see Brian's comment? That's awesome, Brian. Can you see
what's
that,
that?
Greg? Sorry.
No, what's that? You got one, Brian?
He said,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
I grabbed a hat on the way out. I'm
Bring
born
the
and raised
humor, you
Chicago.
guys. Laughter's the best medicine, as we know.
Born and raised Chicago. I moved out to Phoenix probably about 7 or 8 years ago. Had to get out of the cold weather. So, all right, guys. Well, welcome back. We are excited to have you again this week for our weekly coherence meditation. And I don't let anything stop me. I try my best as possible to work with Seth here. We can get things going every single week. Some weeks we do kind of have to take off here and there because scheduling conflicts. But anyways, so if you are brand new to these coherence meditations out there, we do restream over to YouTube and Facebook. If you are over there, please share us out to everyone that you feel might benefit from these. We do these again every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And wow, you're 3 hours ahead of me now, Seth. So I'm in Phoenix, but technically 3 hours behind you. So same time zone as Pacific. So we do restream YouTube, Facebook, like I said, our main YouTube channel, although I don't have any QR codes to point out left and right this week. It's Cosmic Gaia Community Channel on YouTube, and we hold our live sessions over here on Zoom. So you are welcome to join us over here on Zoom. Feel free to join us over at freedomsnap.org/Seth, and you can find the links to the Zoom live event, as well as a newsletter and a couple other things on there. So please do that. We are still trying to get to the 100th monkey, but all in very, very short time. So subscribe, like, share, friends, all that stuff. First 10, 15 minutes, quick little intro, brief discussion, and then we'll go right into the coherence meditation. I might have to drop off halfway. We'll see if I get kicked out of this conference room. And let's see, last week's title we had from overwhelm to resilience, transforming feelings overwhelm into powerful bodily resilience. And I like the title you picked out this week here, from division to unity. And I don't think, do a lot of people actually read those entire emails? Thumbs up, everyone. Yes. If you like those, please do comment down below. We do appreciate the feedback. Any feedback is beneficial. So I actually read through in there, and I like actually reading those prior to actually getting into the coherence meditation, because it just reinforces what the coherence meditation is going into and what it's all about. So do recommend that. And by the way, if you want to review or watch any of our previous recordings, go over to Cosmic Gaia Community on YouTube. So I'm going to hand it over to Seth. I'm going to mute out, might even turn off my video, but I will be here, and meditating with you guys.
Thank you, Greg. As always, much appreciated. We'll be praying for your mom too, and I'll continue to after this is over. So thank you for your vulnerability and sharing that. And everybody else, welcome. So grateful and excited to have you here because, like Randall said in the quote thing, the 100th monkey gets in free. And that's for all events, that's for anything. That 100th monkey, it's a free ticket in. So I feel like we've covered this topic in different angles and in different ways, but it's kind of like kicking back up and it's becoming front and center on the human perception wheel, you could say. And it's simply division, right? Like we've watched over the past few years how religious, political, deep embedded belief systems coming from a socially indoctrinated sense of self. All this stuff, there's nothing wrong with it. But when you look at the effect that it has on the world, it divides people. People cling so tightly on what they believe is right. And then they feel the need to proselytize this to others who probably aren't interested because everybody at this point in the world, you could say, is going through an equal share. We're all feeling the waves of everything that's happening, no matter how aware of it we are or not. And let me give you an example about this. Well, first, I'll say this. What if all the division in our world that everybody's feeling, experiencing, and projecting really starts with us? What if the source of division is in us, in our human consciousness, in these bodies? That would look like we always talk about and cover on these meditations. That would mean my name is Seth. This is who I am. This is what I've learned. This is what I was taught. This is the language I'm speaking. These are my belief systems. And all of that comes as a result of social indoctrination, being trained to fit in to the box that is human civilization. And the more we let, because it's a habit, right? We've been all taught to be what we think we are since the day we're born, maybe earlier, but we're taught over and over and over and over. And this projection of duality of who I think I am versus what I am, meaning we know that we are all this miraculous animating principle that causes the heart to beat, that allows everything to exist. We know that's there because it's causing our body to operate. But the issue is that who we think we are is so separate from what we actually are, meaning that most of us aren't focused on this energy. We're pretty much focused on this identity, this belief that I am this person, this is what I am, this is what the world is. And that is basically like, who cares about this energy, right? Isn't it kind of like giving the finger to this energy that causes our heart to beat, that allows us to be in these bodies? So, what would it be like if we began to start becoming conscious of our consciousness, of this energy that we all are and that everything is? And we begin, the closer we get to that, the more we let go of projecting this duality between who we think we are and what we are, the more we become aware that we are an energy field. Like literally, we are. Like the word electric personality. It's not just a metaphor. This bioelectromagnetic energy that is us and who we think we are comes from that energy. It is a literal term, electric personality. And so here's what that looks like in the world. We all know what division looks and feels like. It's pretty obvious. It doesn't seem to make any like real healing happen in the world because everybody is so divided on all these different sides, us and them, and Republican versus Democrat, and all of it, right? And we get thrown back and forth because we don't have that center, that coherence, just like all the major organs in the center of our body, in the middle of it. When we keep that together and we keep our awareness being influenced by the bioelectricity that's coming out of this, we don't get thrown from side to side. We're able to sustain a state of being from the middle of our being, everything, our head, our throat, our heart, our kidneys, our stomach, our lungs, all of it is internal. And for the most part, the center of our body. It's the calm in the midst of the storm. And so what that would look like on a much greater scale is, and hear me out on this one, no matter who becomes the president in this country, no matter who, isn't the real issue that us as a species are buying tons of junk products from all of these different multinational corporations around the world that are destroying and poisoning this world way quicker than they are healing it. And when we are in that divided state, we're not able to bring the best out in each other, because what divides us is the social indoctrination, the conditioned teaching of who we think we are and what we think this world is. And that keeps us in division. And it's time to grow up, to mature, and realize that this energy is all we have. We didn't have it, we would not be here right now. And when this is over, it goes somewhere. So then why do we not know that and focus on it and create a more intimate relationship with it? And the answer is that's what we're doing now. Enough of us remember why this is all happening. They have an intuitive knowing of what is causing all of this division, and they're willing to let go of all this social indoctrination based on control and fear so that we can get back in touch with our own inner nature, so that we're able to be supported and known by nature itself. So our inner nature, coming from this source energy, God, whatever you want to call it, that is the root of what we are. And our entire perception comes from that. But when the purity of consciousness isn't there, because we learned all these belief systems and ideas and words throughout the course of our life, we're not giving attention to this field of energy that is animating our principle. And that is so far beyond genius intelligence that time to get in tune with that. So with all that said, wherever you are, whether you're sitting or laying down, just completely relax your body. You can relax every part of your body at the same time, or you can scan down your body from your head to your feet. Whatever way you are most accustomed to relaxing your body. People who know acupuncture and acupressure points, they know that you can focus on those points with your awareness and the body begins to relax. So really do whatever it is that causes your body to relax. And while you're relaxing your body, at the same time, let yourself be aware of it. Because when we're stuck in a divisive nature, inner nature, then most of us don't even feel like we're in our body ever. We're so in our head of who we think we are, of what we think the world is. We get so riled up in our heads, in the prefrontal cortex for the most part. And this divisive nature makes us forget we can have a body at times. So really let yourself feel this relaxation throughout your whole body and make peace with relaxation. You don't have to think about what it means. You just make peace with it while you're relaxing, while you're feeling yourself more embodied. You're feeling the energy of your consciousness in and around your entire being. Just like when we are in the front of our heads, we can feel it. When we begin to relax more, we can feel just as present in our toes. And the feeling of having a body that is so in tune with one's awareness, that is rooted in the purity that we all had as we were forming in our mother's womb, before there was any words, belief systems, emotions. We were in there as pure consciousness, a blank slate. And most of our knowing, our sense of self, was influenced by our mother's heartbeat. So as you're relaxed, as you're in your body, all over it, every part of it, your awareness just isn't in your head. It is everywhere in your body. And gently let yourself breathe very rhythmically and in a relaxed manner. Just even on the inhale, 3 or 4 seconds, even on the exhale, 3 or 4 seconds. And once you feel like you've done that, you don't need to think about it anymore. Just know that you have planted a seed of intention so that you remember you can regulate your energy, your emotions. You can be in complete control of how intense you feel or how relaxed you feel, regardless of what the road and the road and this road of life that has become pretty difficult to traverse. So you're breathing slow, even, and rhythmically. Your body is completely relaxed. And now's the best part. Put a smile on your face and you feel the feeling of that smile in your heart. So if it's happiness, joy, awe, excitement, whatever feeling you feel when you put that smile on your face, that's you choosing to turn on your ability to feel uplifted by choice alone. And the better you get at flicking the controls of how you feel, the better at it you become. Because whatever that smile feels like in your body, whatever feeling is created by that, that feeling can be developed and cultivated, and it can grow so that you begin to start feeling feelings or energy like you've never felt before. But at the same time, it's strangely familiar. You can literally take that feeling that you feel in your chest with a smile on your face. And the more you practice this, the more you up the amplitude of your cells, of your veins, of all the systems in your body, so that with these greater amplitudes, you can start to become more and more consciously aware of this miraculous life force that is causing every one of our beat. And so the more you relax, the more you feel whatever that smile is in you. You keep your breathing gentle and rhythmic and a little deeper. See if you can feel your heart and that feeling of the smile relate to your brain. Because here's the thing, when you get your heart and your brain into coherence, they start to communicate on their own, independent of you. And when they begin to communicate, the more present you are of what could be called a super organ. When the heart and brain unite, it's like a super organ in the sense that we're talking unknowable amounts of neurosynaptic connections, all lighting up like a lightning storm in space, but even way bigger than that. With every thought, the amount of electricity, of bioelectromagnetic energy storms through all the neural networks of our whole body. And the more we are conscious of that, the more we're able to develop the capacity to be more aware of it, to be better connected to that process. And so the more you feel your heart and brain beginning to communicate with each other, regardless if you are aware of it or not, as they begin to connect with each other, then all the other systems of the body connect to each other as well. They're working together in a harmonious way. And so when you feel the feeling of that smile in your heart, with every beat of your heart, that feeling can start reverberating throughout every part of your body. And when you feel happy, or in love because you're flicking the switch of your love light. But when you begin to feel that feeling and surrender, but at the same time, be completely aware of what your body knows how to do, the coherence, the pulse of the heart beat, that's like an antenna sending and receiving signals and frequency. The more you allow that happen, the more in love and happy about it you feel. The more you're able to let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. And it's not just that. You, because you're experiencing this, you can begin to continue creating the feeling of coherence in your body and get so good at doing it that you literally become the observer of your own life. You can literally be conscious of how all of these miraculous energy exchanges throughout every system of the body work. And when you are observing it, you're naturally going to be relaxed. And so you're watching the innate intelligence of your body. And the more you allow yourself to perceive yourself in such a way, the more excited and the more in love you begin to feel for this process. Because you literally will grow and evolve in nanoseconds. And the more you feel your heart and your pulse with that feeling of the smile, with every beat of your heart, that energy of feeling reverberates throughout every part of your body. It begins to reverberate even outside of your body. And when you finally start to get back into that state, you remember that it was always there. We just got so focused on everything divisive in the world that we forgot to look and feel into our own inner world, the inner world that is beyond genius level, innate intelligence, causing complex reactions to take place in every system of the body faster than the speed of light. And yet we can be totally at peace, totally relaxed while all of this is happening. And it will make the feeling of that smile become amplified in you, around you. And that is where unity consciousness, we could call it, begins. It's also where it is exercised or strengthened. It is in these states of total connection inside out that we literally create a sense of self supported by this source energy that is also supported by all the natural frequencies here in this world, on this planet, and supported by the great celestial objects all around us. Just like we can feel the heat of the sun on our face. It is 100 million miles away, and we can feel that. So too does the rest of all these cosmic systems support and influence the state of being that we most regularly pay attention to. And so when you make a habit of feeling the way you choose to feel, and you get so calm in your body, and your breathing is rhythmic, that's when your heart and your brain begin to connect in a way that once coherence starts there, all the other systems, organs, glands, and fluids become syncopated to that coherent state that you now are choosing to become aware of. Yes, we do have names. We do speak languages. We do live in this world. But when we choose to be influenced by these inner states that we are both exercising and observing, when this energy feels that you're beginning to pay attention to it, it responds in favor. The more you choose to be aware of the pulse of your heartbeat and begin to know by feeling and observing, you realize that that is what is really going on. That is reality. All the divisive behavior, all of the limiting belief systems, all of our fears of survival in this world begin to diminish to the individual who chooses to embark on this process of knowing ourselves as we truly are. And so the more we do that, the better we get at setting the stage for all the instruments, our organs, to be able to create harmony with the single driving force of the heartbeat. And when you allow all of this to influence who you are, then you don't need to let the external world drive your fears, your anxiety. You are choosing to trust what is really happening, this internal energy. All the news, all the opposition, none of that matters when you get connected to what you are. And when you're influenced by what you are, you're able to go out into this world and look and witness and feel situations that are so unbalanced. And through your own balance, you can witness anything happening and have compassion. We don't need to understand anything, but if our body is being driven by an indescribable form of miraculous energy, and if it knows how to do all that, whether we are conscious or not, then you can also trust that you can be guided in this world in a way that supports all levels of you. So continue to be relaxed in your body. Feel the pulse of your heartbeat in your whole body if you can. Keep your breathing slow. And keep your sensations on high, meaning that whatever feelings or ideas or energy awareness, let yourself be aware that by getting into coherence like this regularly, that's when you begin to realize the greater potential for your own life and for all life. And I have been in situations that I have watched just complete chaos become totally changed by a solid state of coherence, because the energy that's creating all of that is so much bigger than all the news and belief systems and all the division that it's creating. Yeah, it's happening in most places in the world, but it is small compared to what we are, this internal miraculous coherence. That is what we are, and it is infinitely bigger than all the issues we struggle with here and the appearance of them. When we choose to get in harmony with reality, with this energy that we are, the better at it, the more we begin to trust the events in our life and around the world. We trust our place in it. And the more we do this, the better at it we become, and the less concerned we are of all the things that seem to be in our way. This life force is teaching us how to be in this world and how to create an expansive state of creative awareness so that we can bring the sacred back into a world that is asking for it, probably greater than ever before. So relax deeper, breathe gently, feel that feeling like a young kid, so excited. Feel that in your heart. And at the same time, see if you can feel your consciousness anywhere and everywhere in your body so that you become more embodied, so that you literally, as this pure consciousness that you were unborn, as we all were, allow that part of yourself to feel what this heartbeat is doing everywhere in your body, and let it inspire you with confidence, with unity. And then you become a force of nature that helps others make sense and heal their own addictions to the social indoctrination of who we think we are based on the needs of society. We are not that. We are beyond so far greater than that. And yet at the same time, we have the ability to affect that and bring relief to it in a world asking for it more now than ever, even if most people don't articulate it. And so everybody who wants to stay in this state, you can hang up from the call. And everybody who's still here, before we come out of this, see if you can focus your attention on water that you're going to drink, or juice or something that you can drink, and see if you can feel with every beat of your heart that energy expanding outward and having a tangible effect on the water that you drink. Because consciousness and water are right on the line. They need each other and they work together. And if they don't, then life stops. So give love freely to whatever you can drink after this, and continue to give love to this body, to all the water in it, and envision who you want to be. Feel more deeply into what your purpose is. And if you can't feel it right now, just keep focusing on it. And as a byproduct of these states of heart, brain, whole body, whole soul coherence, we begin to open up the door to everything that we have temporarily forgotten. So when you're ready, take your hands, put them together, create friction, and then when they're nice and warm, put the palms over your eyes and just make note of what that might feel like or look like, even though it's dark. And as always, Please like, love, tag, share. Help us get this out there. And like Randall said at the beginning, the 100th monkey gets a free ticket. And then the 1,000th monkey, then we'll keep going with it. So let's get 1,000,000 monkeys together. All right. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful rest of your day or night. We'll see you soon.
So you guys have a great week.